My name is Heather Scanlon. I moved to Lacey Township when my firstborn was barely a year old. Together with my husband Ed, we raised 5 children in our blended family of yours, mine, and ours. The youngest, Chad, of course, being the ours. His older brothers and sisters doted on him. He was the link that connected us all.
My name is Nancy Joyce. I'm a Lacey resident moving here in 1987 to raise our family in a better environment. My husband and I raised 2 children, Allison and Ashley, and informally acquired 2 more, Marissa and Kristen, in their early teen years.
I always thought that addiction was possible to happen to one of my kids.
I thought my children might participate in underage drinking and perhaps marijuana, not that I would condone it, but I never thought they would try anything else.
We had continual conversations about not getting involved in drugs and alcohol. They were well aware of my opinion on this subject.
I spoke to my children honestly and openly about alcohol and drugs. I repeated it over and over. At the time, I never explained exactly why. I didn't know much about addiction back then.
My son had many different types of friends, played baseball and soccer, was active in the church youth group, and taught Sunday school. He attended Lacey High School, was a good student, member of National Honor Society, and graduated from Stockton College. He was gainfully employed.
My daughter Allison had many friends all her life. She hung out with various groups. She was active in our church and taught Sunday school. She attended Lacey High School. She was extremely intelligent beyond her years. She danced competitively. She had a good job in the beginning.
I hoped my son would not experiment with drugs in high school, but was fearful he might in college. Little did I know when he started or to what extent. I thought I was home free.
I suspected Allison was using drugs in junior year of high school. I could not confirm it, although I certainly tried. I failed to trust my instincts. Still, I was shocked when I found out she was. I had no idea of what a dangerous extent it had progressed to.
When Chad was 25, we found out he was addicted to Oxycontin. He had blown through a $55,000 inheritance in just 5 months, so he could snort up to 5 80-milligram tablets a day. He scoffed at the idea of going to NA, claiming he would just stop. He begged us not to tell anyone. Our mistake was honoring that wish.
When Allison was 19 years old, our fears of drug use were confirmed by an earth-shattering moment when her then 16-year-old sister Ashley caught her red-handed. And yet, not knowing addiction, we still didn't understand just how serious it was.
Chad went through the motions of getting clean, but in fact, continued to use and eventually was arrested and charged with possession. In addition to spending his inheritance, he racked up nearly $50,000 in credit card debt.
On a cold day in March 2006, we followed through with the consequences we had discussed. At age 19, I gave my daughter an ultimatum to leave our home or seek professional help. After 5 days of being homeless, cold, and hungry, she agreed to rehab.
Chad finally entered rehab 4 months later on February 27th in 2008. One of the saddest moments as a mother was also one of the proudest moments when Chad appeared before the judge to plead guilty for possession. He served his probation and continues to work on his recovery to this day. There is a tattoo with the word addict emblazoned across his chest, so he will never forget.
After 30 days in rehab, we thought our child had been fixed. Allison remained clean for 9 months. Her battle did not end there, and the next 2 years were filled with heartache for everyone. Between 3 rehabs, 2 arrests, working recovery, and relapses, our lives had already been changed forever.
I get to see my son and participate in his life. I will be able to celebrate birthdays and holidays, such as Mother's Day, and mark the milestones in his life with him, hopefully dancing with him on his wedding day and watching him raise a family of his own.
My daughter Allison lost her battle with addiction, overdosing in my home on March 25, 2008 at the age of 21. I can only talk to Allie in my prayers. I will never see my child find happiness in life, never see her get married or raise a family. She was not here to see her sister Ashley get married in April. Every single morning, even after almost 9 years, I open my eyes and I remember.
We don't know why our stories ended differently.
We hope and pray you never feel the impact of addiction.
Unfortunately, statistics show you will be in some way during your lifetime, if you haven't already.
Don't let your child walk the fine line between experimentation, abuse, and addiction. Get educated, ask questions, and be prepared to take action. Don't let your child become a statistic.
Sharing our stories will not guarantee your loved one will stay safe, but you have taken the first step, and if it does happen to you, perhaps you will be better equipped to handle it.